Hello, it's Steve, and this is our sustainable journey. Today, we'll do some updates first, and then we'll have some fun in the driveway with the box blade. But I wanted to show you the winter home for the chickens. We're getting, temperatures are dropping. It's been in the mid 40s, I think. And the chickens are out in the coop. They free range. I'll show you. We have 10 acres, so they kind of get to enjoy all of that. But when it's cold, they don't really want to go outside. And so we could either build a run for them and then protect it from the elements, or we could just bring them into the barn. And so that's what we're doing. We're putting up walls so that they don't peck apart the insulation, because chickens get curious and they like to peck apart things. And so I have the worms, which is kind of a mess right now, but the worms are over there. We're building this area here. It'll have 4 doorways, actually, 2 on that side, 2 on this side, so we can come in. We're probably going to close those off somehow. And then we can have the chickens in here, and this is basically, it's about 20 feet by 20 feet, I think, so I'll have about 400 square feet. And then we'll introduce the 2 flocks together in here, because we had some that we rescued about a month and a half, 2 months ago. So we'll get those all together as well in this space. And then my plan is to put a wall here somewhere on this side for nesting boxes for them. So that's why this part's open and the rest of it's all been closed in. So I'm going to be building those probably this weekend. Maybe we'll do a video on it and I'll show you how I do it. We'll get that set up. All right. It's not raining, but it's certainly windy. There's Bree hanging out under the new, I built a little hay holder thing for them this past week just to keep it off the ground. But they, as you can see, they basically pulled it all out and made a giant mess, as they do to get to the good stuff, I guess. But anyway, the chickens have, well, technically, I mean, they have all of this, but they primarily hang out back over in here by the girls in their ninja course, because there's the coop. And so sometimes they'll go back in the woods behind the barn, or over into the garden, or they'll hang out in here and pick through the poop to see what they can get to. But for the winter, we're going to keep them in the barn. And you can see there's like a little awning porch area on the barn. I'm gonna get that, put some fencing up so that they can get some sun and get out if they want. But it's north central Illinois, so there's gonna be a lot of snow on the ground, and I'm anticipating a lot of snow this winter. So we're kind of getting ourselves geared up for that. Right, so we got it all hooked up. So what I want to do is I want to lower the teeth. So these are adjustable. So you pull these pins. These little pins here, these retaining clips essentially, and then you can raise these up and down, and they can dig in a little bit more, because we've got some ruts that I want to get rid of. And so I will go through, lower all the teeth, and then we can start dragging this thing. Okay, so they are now lowered to their lowest position, because we want them to dig up as much of this hard ground as we can. You'll notice I'm missing one because the retaining ring broke, because why not? This is the way everything goes nowadays. So I am going to lower this bad boy down, and we'll start dragging. And then I've got this giant pile of stone that we can use in case we have other areas that we need to fill in. So let's get going and drag some gravel. Okay, so one pass of many. And it's looking pretty good so far. I'm gonna need to go over it many times because this stuff is just simply too rock solid. You can see the teeth are digging in, but we're gonna need to make some more passes because they're just dragging a line through the drive. So but you can see, I mean, this area looks great. Where I just was. So we've got a mile drive, so I'm just gonna go back and forth a few dozen times and we'll show you what it looks like once this is all done. So now with the scarifiers, we have scraped it up pretty good. So now I can lift those up and out of the way and then just use the blade, the box blade itself, the box, and just smooth it out. So there we go. They're up and out of the way. And we are off. I'm gonna back up to the beginning and drag all the way down. Alrighty, I'm gonna end it there. You can't really tell, but it's way smoother. And then as soon as we get our first snow, it's gonna get ruined again anyway. So it's not perfect, but it's 100 times better than it was. But yeah, once we plow this, it gets gouged all to heck anyway. So yeah, I'm happy. And it's gonna settle too. You can definitely tell that it's once we drive over this, and we drive over it a lot on delivery vehicles and the tractor and all the heavy equipment that we have moving in and out of here. This driveway takes quite a bit of abuse. So anyway, that'll be it. See y'all later. Take care. There you go.